Today we will do the lab activities 5. Use Arduino to change the angle of servo motor using flex sensor. Okay, so here two things we have: servo motor. Motor is always an output device. This is a servo motor. It actually the rotates. Okay, it rotates, and flex sensor is an input device. Okay, this is a flex sensor. So whenever the flex sensor is bending, okay, whenever you bend the flex sensor, the servo motor will rotate. Okay, so where do we apply this is if we have a room. Okay, so this sensor, the flex sensor will be attached to the door on the floor. Okay, if someone enter the room, when they push the door, right, the flex sensor which is connected to the door on the ground will be bending. Based on that bending, no, this motor will be rotating. Okay, it may be used as like a motion detection. So when someone enter the door, the fan started rotating like that. Okay, so here I will just tell you the code. First one is hash include servo.h. You have to include a header file or package. Okay, and for that servo we need to create an object servo. Okay, and in setup we need to initialize the pin number for the servo motor. So here I connected servo, that's object. Okay, dot attach of 3. That means the servo motor has 3 pin. Okay, first is ground, then plus, yani connected to positive, then this is a signal pin. This I connected to third pin, digital pin. Okay, this we need to connect to third pin, and serial dot begin 9600 means the data transfer in the serial port will be 9600 per second. Okay, inside the loop I have to initialize the which one I have to read the value of flex sensor. And remember, flex sensor is an analog device. It can have more values. Okay, 0 to 900, like that, 1000. It can get more value. So we have to mention analog read. I'm going to read the value of flex sensor. So it is an input device. Okay, analog read of which pin I connected. I have 2 pins here. One is negative pin, another one is the signal pin. Okay, that pin will be connected to A0, analog device. And remember, you cannot directly read it. Okay, we have a resistor to limit the current coming into the flex sensor. So we have a resistor, one end of resistor connected to the positive, another end connected to the which one, A0 signal pin. Okay, from there we read the input data from the flex sensor. Then we print the value of flex. So serial dot print of flex equal to the message will come, and the value of flex will be printed as serial dot print of flex. Then that flex sensor will give more values. Okay, so we need to map that value, because the motor will rotate from 0 to 180. So what we need to know, whatever minimum value, maximum value we have to map that into what value, the flex value. No, flex sensor value will be having say 990 minimum, 1000 in maximum. These values we need to map to 0 minimum, maximum 180. Okay, so that the rotary, the servo motor will rotate based on this angle, 0 to 180. Okay, the angle will be either 0 or in between 0 to 180. Okay, print the angle, then print the value of the angle. Okay, the same thing I write in the Tinkercad with small changes. Okay, same here I define the, okay, here setup my servo. Here I put the object name as my servo. Okay, attach of 3, serial dot begin of 9600, then in the data transfer rate. Then what I did know, in that flex value equal to analog read of flex pin. So flex pin I already declared A0. Okay, so here you can put this one as flex A0, no issue. Okay, I'll make this as A0, no issue. The servo position, the object I declared. Okay, so here it is map of flex value, this flex value, comma 770 950 080. Okay, so minimum value 770, maximum value 950. Minimum should be converted to 0, maximum should be converted to 180. Then that value should be, still it is not up to the mark we need, no, 0 to 180. So what we do, we'll take the same input value and we use constraint function that will convert exactly minimum 0 to maximum 180. Okay, now we need to rotate the motor. For rotating the motor, we need to call the object. So what is the object we declare for the servo? My servo. In our case, it was my servo, right? No problem, we can give any name. Okay, so my servo dot right of servo position. So what is the value you get in the this function? Okay, how much it is rotating, no, that value we get from the flex value, minimum maximum value. Based on that value, we need to write or rotate the motor. So to rotate the motor, we need to write the function right of. Okay, then serial dot print of sensor. Okay, what is the value of flex sensor? Here sensor means flex sensor. Okay, delay, then print that flex sensor value. Then what about the servo? The position, how much it is rotating. Okay, now see the connection what I have given is, I just given it in a good looking manner. Okay, so this is my flex sensor. So this is a negative, this is the positive. Okay, negative should be connected to grounded, the other one through resistor, one and connected to the positive, other one connected to the input signal pin A0. Okay, this is flex, this is flex sensor, this is a servo motor. Okay, the motor has 3 pin. This is the signal pin connected to digital pin 3. This is the power pin plus connected to the breadboard positive, then negative or grounded to ground. Okay, now this breadboard needs power and ground, plus and minus, that we are taken from the ground of Arduino and plus 5 volt of that pin of Arduino. Now after connecting these things, no, I'm going to run this start simulation. Okay, now when I bend, when somebody is entering the room, no, the flex sensor will be bent. So I'm bending, see 0 degree. Now it is rotating. Based on this rotation, see the flex motor is, sorry, that motor is rotating. See, based on the bending of the sensor, the motor will be rotating. This is what the activity 5. Hope you understood. Go through the code. Okay, I'll put this code in the, see the output also you can see. Okay, see now there is no bending, that's why servo is 0, otherwise could have been moved. See, if you want to see that bending, go here and check, it's bending. Okay, if you want to see the code, no, what I will do, I'll put this code in the channel comments. Okay, that's all. I'll just close this video. Okay.